Hello, 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 and welcome. Welcome to the Gremlin game choice, the postponed one from last week. Happy International Women's Day to all the ladies out there. We are playing Outer Wilds. It was redeemed by Entropic. I hope you can make it today, at least for a little bit. And I have no idea what we're getting into. So, let's just do it, shall we? Canininos, Siuni, Phoenixer, Bazajan, Ansalagon, hello! Hello! Good day to you, happy Sunday. Hey, there he is. Remember, this game is about the feeling of being lost. Aha! Exploring the story and finding stuff out at your own pace. So what you're practically saying is no spoilers. Yes, I agree. Spoilers are bad, okay? Don't do it. Hi, Nathadre. Hello! Okay. Okay, I think I leave everything the way that it is for now. Yeah, leaving everything the way that it is for now. Well then. Let's see. Wake up. I'm waking up. Okay. Hi, DJ. Hello. Who are you? Late. Nice late. There's our pilot. Back from your pre-launch campout under the stars, I see. So it's launch day, eh? Seems like only yesterday you joined the space program and suddenly here you are. Leaving on your first solo voyage. What do you say? Ready to get this beauty off the ground? It's all fueled up and ready to go. Ready if you are? Oh no, you sure you fixed the retro rockets? Talking like I have any idea of what I'm doing here. There was only a problem one time, and then maybe a few times after that, but hey, no reason to dwell on the past, right? Sure. Anyway, you'll need to get the launch codes from Hornsfeld and the observatory before you can lift off. Just bring those here once you've said your goodbyes or whatever. Okay, so our main objective is to get off this rock, I suppose. Okay. Where are the launch? What else should I do before the liftoff? If you have any goodbyes to say, better say them now. I think your friend Hell is in the observatory waiting to see you off. Okay. Oh, and Gosson says they have 0G chamber set up if you want a refresher on making ship repairs in space. Not saying you have to, but it'll help get Gosson off my back if you did. Okay. So, observatory requires launch codes. Okay, so I suppose we're going here? You didn't remember it was today until you went to the store and saw a cashier handing out roses to every lady customer? Well, that is nice. That is really nice. Hey, Otachungus, thank you for the raid. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Right on time? Sure, well, you're always right on time. Hey, it's you. Slade said you're blasting off in your ship today. I'm really excited to see the launch. Sure. Aren't you gonna go into space? Aren't you? You better not have changed your mind. I hear you and Slade beefed up the model ship. Can I see it? Yes, there's the shoutout. Perfect. Follow Outer Chungus. What were you playing today? What was the game of choice today? Yeah, we recalibrated the controls and installed better thrusters. Would want to give it a test drive? Slade says it's just like the real thing, only less likely to start a fire. Try and land one of the geyser pools. No, on one of the geyser pools. Show me what you got. What? Great, I don't see anything. That's cool. Wow. That's great. Hey, Last Kitty. Hello. 2.5D Metroidvania. Oh, finished Ender Lilies. Yeah, I saw a little bit of that. That looked like a mix between Ori and Noita. Yeah, I never claimed to be a pilot on Salagon. What kind of game is this? I have absolutely no idea. It is a Gremlins game choice, redeemed by Entropic, and I have no clue what I'm doing. And what do I need this for? What do I need this for? Okay, good enough. Who are you? Heyo, hatchling. I hear you're leaving us to seek adventure amongst the stars. When you return, let you, me, and Gosson open up a bottle of the good stuff. I'm only seeking adventure amongst one star? Other stars are too far away, I suppose? Another metaphor ruined in the name of scientific accuracy. I'm sorry. Nevertheless, I do hope you enjoy your travels. Good luck. Thanks? I'm going into there. I am... You're actually blasting off in that thing? They really don't explode as often anymore. All I know is between the space program and Mika's model rockets. seems to burn to the ground around here more than they used to. Yeah. Because nobody is explaining why I actually need that stuff. Pilot seat used to pioneering astronaut Feldspar. It's all that remains of our inaugural flight into space. Although it's been argued such a distinction requires a breathtakingly liberal definition of flight, that day will nevertheless always be remembered as a landmark achievement in Parthian history. Aha, so this is a museum. Okay. There's some sort of journal or something? So I can remember who I need to talk to? Is there anything like that? Alert time, you have stuff to do around the house. Outer Chungus, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the raid. It's launch day, huh? Yes. Hell's going to miss you. Who's Hell? Speaking of launch day, I was thinking about it, and the platform the ship's launched from is getting old. Isn't it about time you build a new, less flammable one? That big tree in the village would be the perfect choice. Wouldn't mind helping out the space program, just say the word. The launchpad is flammable? You didn't realize that. You talk to me like I know what I'm doing. That's bold and dangerous. Don't do that. Don't worry. It's held up for all the launches so far. It's definitely fine for yours, probably. Okay. Was Maul one of them who I needed to talk to? You definitely weren't. Hello there, Space Cadet. I hear you're leaving the crater today. Hi, Father Sky. If you meet any of the other travelers up there, remind them to take proper care of their instruments, won't you? Sure. Where's the observatory? It's questions like that what make us worried about you going up into space on your own, you know? You know, you could just put up signs. The observatory is up the path behind the waterfall. There are a couple of signs marking the way, but really, you just keep going up and then hook a right when you get to the 0G cave. Aha. See? Snarly comments unnecessary when there is a sign. Hello, astronaut. What's with the radio? We wanted to play hide and seek, but Moraine won't let us borrow the signal scope because it is really delicate and not supposed to be thrown around like that. Can we use your signal scope? Can we? Can we please? We'll even let you be it. Nope. Sorry. Oh, really? But we can't play without signal scope. Play with us later, okay? Sure. I think. Hey, Chrissy. Hello. And Galena isn't talking. Okay, fine. Don't talk then. Fishing rhyme, singing helps me pass the time. You're leaving the crater? Guess we'll all be a little busier without you around to lend a hand. That big water planet? Giant's Deep. That's where I'd go. Why is that? One time after the rest of the village had left to sleep, it was just the two of us sitting around the campfire. Gabro told me about their first trip to Giant's Deep. They landed their ship easily enough in the waves, but they couldn't see too far down on account of how murky the water was, I guess. Too dark. Gabbro wants to see what lay beneath the surface, so they decided to travel deeper. They traveled down and down, and suddenly, Gabbro couldn't go any further. Yeah, Giant's Deep has a current you can't pass through. Sure, okay, but shut up a minute. Yo, rude? This is the good part. As though exercising a will of its own, the water was refusing to let Gabbro go any deeper. It held Gabbro back. Almost as if it were trying to protect them from something. And then, in the terrible darkness, Gabbro saw it. Tentacle of some hideous beast. Is that all true? Heard it from Gabbro himself. Gabbro can be a little fanciful, sure, but they aren't alive. I mean, probably. Anyway. I guess if you want to know if the story is entirely true, you can go see Giant's Deep for yourself. Okay, I will do that. I suppose. Maybe. Outer Wilds Ventures founding members, clockwise from top left. Hornfels, Gosson, Slade, and Felspar. Aha. Okay. Timberheart's first and only space program was founded to explore the farthest reaches of our solar system. Felspar was the first Hearthian to be intentionally launched into space. They completed the first orbit around Timberheart, and later made the first of what would be many landings on our moon, the Edelrock. This remarkably intact statue was carved by the Nomai, an ancient species who dwelt in our solar system thousands of years ago. The statue provides us with our most detailed look yet as the Nomai, who appear to have been covered with a layer of fur. Note the decorative jewelry that has been carved as a part of the antlers. Although the artifacts and structures have been found in almost every planet on this solar system, we still have no idea where this species came from or what happened to them. Uh-huh. Hi, Valderoni. Hello. It's my favorite astronaut. Launch day at last, huh? And the translator tool's inaugural flight too. I'm so excited it makes me nauseous. Just think, you'll be able to translate any Nomai text you want anywhere you are. The two of us put a lot of hours into inventing that tool, so don't break it, okay? Ha, LG, do not break it. Nobody has any faith in me here. Ugh, ignore me, okay? Okay, perfect. I'm just nervous, and I'm not even the one going into space. How are you feeling? Well, I'm terrified with the lack of confidence from everyone. Ah, don't let me make you nervous. You've been training for this day since we were hatchlings, remember? You'll do great, I promise. So what's the dirt? You're here to see the new Nomai statue? No, actually for the launch codes. Yeah, I get that you're dying to head out into space, but seriously, you've got to see the statue before you go. It's an amazing find. I just did it. I just... Makes me wish we could see what a real-life Nomai looks like, but I guess this is as close as we'll ever get. Check it out. Looks like they had fur. Fur is weird. This is the first fully intact statue ever found, you know, and for now, and for how old it is, it's in great shape. Ah, jeez, I got a little carried away there. Go on. Have a you have a ship to launch. Take care of yourself out there, you hear? Hi, Ugomo. Hi, Kanomi. That's an anglerfish. Well, at least based on an anglerfish. I know that one. There's the launch tower, but I needed to go to the observatory. So, where is that? Come say hi to your old flight coach before your launch. I've got 0G training set up if you want a refresher. What could possibly go wrong? Hey, I thought I might see you before the big launch. Nerves getting the better of you? Yes. Good. Everyone should be a bit nervous going into space. I got cocky during my first flight and nearly put a new crater in the moon. Still, I was never as green as you. They are rude. That's not what Slate says. Or you know better than to believe a word of that lunatic says about me. They are still sore I made them install a safety harness in the cockpit. Claimed it would throw off the thrust-to-weight ratio. Honestly, one of these days I'm gonna throw off Slate's thrust-to-weight ratio. Oh, okay. So listen, there's a satellite, which is definitely not just a piece of broken mining equipment, set up down in the 0G cave and in need of repairs. If you're looking for a little last-minute 0G practice, head down the lift and into the cave, or don't as long as you're confident you can make the ship repairs in space. Hey, let's repair. Get to it and try not to concuss yourself right before your first launch. Uh-huh. What are we talking about? I have Utsuri, no death counter? I have no idea what you're talking about. The only thing I have figured out so far is that everybody here is super rude. Yep. Okay, hold on a second. What are you all babbling on about here? Oh, SnowRunner. Okay. Got it. They are rude? That's rude? It is. It is. Hey! Nice of you to drop down. I'm... I'm getting some 0G time in. So you're going in there? In the cave? Ugh. What? No, I'm fine. Great. Great and fine. You don't look fine at all. Well, you know, I hate that cave, so I don't know why you're making me talk about it. Oh. Now I got hand sweat. Great. You know what? Just pick away, hammer away. Do your thing. Right. Guess we're going down here. For whatever reason. Hi, Grim Rider. Hello. Uh-huh. Okay. Where's the other one? Oh. Oh, that's the way up. Suppose somewhere over here? Or not. Oh, there. Fantastic. Oh. Alright. Well, I guess that worked. Now I just have to find my way out of here again. Okay. Nicely done. Of course, it's a little more stressful when you're hurling through space, but just remember your training and try not to hit anything big. I can see you're itching to get off this rock, so go get the launch codes from the observatory and get out of here already. Best of luck out there, and hey, try to avoid getting yourself killed now that I've put so much time into training you. Got it? Somehow I'm not going to miss many of these folks here. What are you doing? Hi. You know the patch of ghost matter inside this fence? Gossan said it used to be bigger than when they were a hatchling, because ghost matter evaporates. It's just for a long time to go away. I hope there's still ghost matter in the village when I'm grown up. Ghost matter is awesome. Aha. I have no idea what any of this is, so I'm sure it's dangerous. Obviously. That's what makes it so awesome. Jeez, I'm not dumb enough to touch it. Such a grown-up. Yeah, I'm going. I'm going. Okay, give me the launch codes. How is it going? I'm doing okay. The game, I have no idea. How about yourself? How are any of you doing? It's a beautiful day today? You mean weather-wise, or...? Wait, how am I back here? All together? Nice. No, you can go away. For you as well, Grimrider? Perfect, perfect. Happy to hear. Sun is shining and it's almost warm outside. It is. I'm not saying that spring is on its way, because that usually kicks me in the teeth, but it is nice. Well, it is plus degrees, so I would reckon that it is called warm. Mm-hmm. Okay, I do not have to think about trajectories and stuff, right? This is not another Kerbal Space Program, correct? Yes, it is, or no, it is not. Practically no, theoretically yes. Oh. This is incredible. At first I thought the points of light in this image were stars, but they are not, they are galaxies. And this image covers just a tiny patch of the whole sky, which means the universe contains at least 1,000 times more galaxies than we previously imagined. I think I need to sit down. Yeah, do that. Do that. Who are you? There you are! I just finished pre-flight observations and local conditions are good. Time to get our newest astronaut off the ground. And you'll be our first astronaut ever equipped with a Nomai translator tool. I confessed I'd been giddy all day just thinking about it. Well, one of us is. We're better equipped than ever to unravel the mysteries of the Nomai. You and Hal should be proud of your work. Tell me, what is your plan once you're in space? I think I'll start with something small? You'll prefer to ease into things. Yes! That's a sensible plan. More sensible than most of our astronauts tend to be, and that's a fact. Do you think you'll go to the Edelrock then? Our moon would be a safe place to travel to and get your bearings in space, and I'm sure Esker would appreciate the visit. Plus, we don't know what the ancient Nomai runes on the moon are, or why they were built. You could put your new translator tool through its paces. Well then, looks like all that's left to send you off. All in all, it's a fine day for a launch. I'm ready to die in space. I'm not one for superstitions, but isn't that kinda unlucky to say before a launch? Just realistic here. At any rate, here are the launch codes. Try not to worry too much. Our ships are every bit as safe as Slade could be persuaded to make them. Best of luck out there. Let me know if I can help you with anything. Okay, now I got the launch codes. Dash dash, dash point point, dash point. Well then. You'll get there, that's what everybody said with Kerbal Space Program. Spoiler alert, we didn't. Great! What's this? Yeah, that's not creepy at all. Hey, so did you get a good look at that Nomi statue? Yeah, it was glowing. Why was it glowing? The statue was doing what? Glowing. So its eyes opened and then you saw images from your own memories and glowing lights flying around? You mean like a hallucination? Listen, no offense, but are you sure you're okay to launch, like medically speaking? The statue is definitely weird. I mean, if you're saying it happened, then I guess maybe it did? But why? Hornfield's tried everything to get the statue's eyes to open, and nothing like this ever happened to them. How am I supposed to know? I don't think you're going to get any answers from the museum statue, but Gabriel said they were going back to the Giant's Deep. Don't know which islands they're on, though. Maybe they'd be able to tell you more? On the other hand, Gabriel, you know, Gabriel. So maybe you'd be better off searching for more info on your own. Geez, now I'm really jealous you're going into space. Hey, see if you can use our translator tool to find out more about the statue, okay? Good luck and safe flying. Yeah, we're going to die. Yep. I am sure we're going to die. First aid and whatever that all is. We got a suit. Better suit up right away, just in case. Look. Timberheart. One and only Harthian village, as well as the main source of explosions on this planet. The Nomai statue on the observatory open. Oh no, okay, now it shows what actually happened here. Okay. Buckle up. Liftoff and landing camera? Hold liftoff? What? Does it matter where I go? Engage autopilot. Sure. Sounds good. Perfect. Exit ship to... What? Okay, I suppose I landed. Maybe. Now where do I exit? Open hatch. There we go. I never said I'm a space pilot. Don't you laugh at me. This is all on you. Okay. Well then. So, what exactly am I doing now? I'm pretty sure I need a flashlight here. Quick signal scope? What is a signal scope? Ultraviolet ventures? Aha. I'm doing well enough. That is amazing. I have no idea what I'm doing. And what I'm supposed to do. Ash twin, ember twin. Timber hearth. That's where I was supposed to go, huh? Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, I can't log onto the moon, it seems. That's not a possible thing. Or is it? There you go. I suppose we are locked onto that thing now? Okay. Is it behind that sun thing? Yes. No. Oh, come on. No. There. Okay. Why am I going further away again? That doesn't make sense. That was just panicking, not trying to get into the sun, because I think going into the sun is bad. Mm-hmm. Flying into the ball of plasma is bad? Yeah. That's what I figured. How do I land? I suppose I landed? Somewhat? No, it's very dark here. Okay. Now I landed. Fantastic. Unbuckle. Flashlight. Equip. Scout launcher. Oh look! We found the flag. I suggest getting used to hold space a lot. Matching velocity to things is very much easier to land on. Okay. Okay. Unidentified signal nearby. Trees detected. Oxygen tank refilled. So you're just sitting here, huh? On the moon. Oh hey, it's you! Ground control didn't tell me you were launching. Long time no see. Actually, I guess it's been a long time since I've seen anyone. What is this place? Ah, very funny. Oh, stars above, you're serious, aren't you? That's just depressing. Who came up with the idea that the folks who's supposed to help you is just plain out rude? Is a good idea. Welcome to the Lunar Outpost, which apparently the space program doesn't bother to teach anyone anymore. Yeah, you're not really teaching me anything right now either. When we first started Outer Wilds, travelers used to bring their ships here all the time for repairs. Our spacefaring technology has improved loads since then, but the older ships tended to fall apart a lot. Like more than they do now. Using the outpost cut down on the number of launches and landings taking place in the village and also the number of fires. Nowadays, though, it's mostly just me up here raising saplings from timber hearth and keeping an eye on things. Oh, don't go! I mean, anything else you wanted to ask? What was that you're whistling? Probably, or actually, definitely, the other travelers carry instruments so they don't bother whistling. What? You can pick up the music with a signal scope, you know. Best spot for that is the North Pole, great reception. The North Pole is marked in red on your minimap, but the Elrock is a pretty small moon, really. Just go north, you can't miss it. Don't go! Don't the other travelers come by? The lunar outpost saw more traffic back when our ship were less sophisticated and needed more frequent repairs. Nowadays, it's mostly just used to keep a set of eyes on things. Sometimes Chert comes by to say hi, but Gebro is Gebro. And you know how Rebate feels about unnecessary spaceflight. Oh yeah, sure, I know how any of those feel. Okay, talk to you later. Go away. Also, autopilot is helpful when locked on. Just let it do its thing. I had autopilot on the last planet and we crash landed. So I'm not quite sure how helpful that actually is. Oi. Really, you're not even letting me go up here anymore? Esker's signal scope lock. Day 48, still not picking up Reabek's banjo from Brittle Hollow. I'm sure they're fine, but I'll feel better once I can hear their music. Day 51. Listen to church play for a while today. Unrelated. Someone should tell Orphe and Gosson their flirting is not subtle from any aerial perspective. Day 55. Banjo music coming in loud and clear today. Sounds like Rebec's doing okay. That oath, I was worried. Day 63. Today I thought I heard something strange. I don't know, it was probably nothing. Day 17. Now it's back again today too. Something strange is coming from Timber Hill. Day 76. Okay, I know this is crazy, but the sound from Timber Hill sounds exactly like Felspar's harmonica, but Felspar disappeared in space ages ago. Can't be them. It's still here. This is creepy. Maybe my signal scope is broken. Better talk to Gneiss? What the hell? What happened? Why am I back here again? You're going to want to get the launch codes? I got them already. How do I get back here? Trust me, with the modifications I've made to the records, there's no way I would have missed that. What? I won't ask how you got the launch code, but since you have them, get a move on. I want to see whether the new cockpit stays attached during liftoff. What the hell? What happened? That's what the game is about? I have no idea what that means. Let me click on something. You know, it is not a real lock if I can't click on things. There we go. Here there are no more runes everywhere on Edelrock. No one knows what they are. Why they were built. Esker's signal scope log reports harmonica music coming from somewhere on the Timber Hill. They claim it sounds like Felspar's harmonica, but Felspar disappeared in space ages ago. Says Gabro went back to Giant's Teeth to try and learn about my stage in the observatory. Ah. So what is the purpose? What is the goal of all this? To figure out what's happening, can you be a little bit more specific? I suppose we're looking for feldspar? Well, landed somehow. Technically, you can go anywhere and find things to investigate. So it is completely open world with no direction at all. Ah. Okay. And what about this exploding things? Will that happen more often? Am I always starting from the main planet again? You'll find out soon enough. It's so bold of you to assume that I have any patience. If anyone else witnesses this disturbing behavior, I implore you record your observations here. Either these trees are aberrant or my brain must be. Alarmingly, it isn't only the trees. There's other matter in this area, such as that unusual shard of rock moving in the same eerie way. That rock is unusual for another reason too. It possesses color and texture I've never seen elsewhere on this planet. This rock shard presents its significance. We should study it. Could it be what is causing other nearby objects to also move about this area? Doom is right. The trees do move. I confess I didn't notice this until I read this note. Beneath your feet lies the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. If you are preparing to make your first pilgrimage to the Quantum Moon, descend the steps to the entrance below. The knowledge held within will help you on your journey. Well, let's see what's down here then. Good start to investigate would be the moon, actually. I was at the moon and then I was transferred back to the main planet. Entrance to the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Aha, okay, that shows the direction where it is going. The crossroads. Be welcomed in this place. Above you stands the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. If you are making your first pilgrimage to the Quantum Moon, ascend these stairs and obtain the last of the knowledge you need for your journey. What? I just came down here because somebody said that it might be a good idea to come down here. Identified signal. way back. Oh, you launched. That's great. Great job, you. I guess that means I've been out here for a while, huh? Well, this is Brittle Hollow, but you probably knew that. A lot of history here, it's great. What exactly are you doing here? I'm here to see the Hanging City. It's always been my dream to see it with my own 4 eyes. Ever since it was a hatchling. An alien race lived in the solar system long before our species even existed. How could I not want to see what their civilization was like? Only... You've probably heard the others say it, right? I'm afraid of space. Seriously, I'm more surprised than anybody that I'm out here. Do you want to know how I even got this far? I fell. Tripped over a gravity crystal. Dumb luck I landed somewhere my little scout says it's halfway stable instead of being sucked into, well, what's below. I've been gauging the stability of the ground around me using my little scout. And this seems to be the place with the best surface integrity, so I'm just going to stay here until I'm ready to move on. But that's enough about me and my problems. You didn't come all this way to listen to me blather, did you? Yeah, that'd be... yeah. Where should I explore here? Oh wow, you shouldn't explore here. Not the black hole, actually. That's very no. Which is unfortunate, because the most exciting stuff is all below the crust, including the Hanging City that's just to the north. You kinda see it from here. Also, there's also this big dome on the South Pole called the Southern Observatory. You can't get inside from the surface, trust me, I tried, but if it's like the rest of the Nomai structures here, there's probably a path to it beneath the crust somewhere. Good luck with exploring. If you learn anything about the Nomai, I'd love to hear it. If it's not too much trouble. I suppose I learned something. Oh, never mind. Okay. So... suppose back we go. No, hey! Great, now we're going in a black hole. Yeah, that was not how it's supposed to go. I was going to the left in this stupid tunnel. Roll? Yeah. I was trying to go to the left, but somehow that thing doesn't want me to go to the left. Yeah, I know. Yo, can you go there, please? When I tell you to go there? Apparently not. Okay, well, we are going to die. Okay. And I'm back here. Okay. Fight checklist. I hear they are the normal runes somewhere on the Attribution. No one knows what they are or why they were built. Well, I suppose we're going there then to see what's happening there. Landed. What's all this? Church research notes? Probably of Church. This is an old crater. The neat thing here is that the composition of the samples I took from the impact sites matches the composition of the ice on the outskirts of Dark Bramble. I'd posit the Adder Rock was hit with a piece of the planet that used to be where Dark Bramble now lies. To follow up on, maybe there are more fragments of the old planet Dark Bramble destroyed on the other astral bodies in the solar system? Okay.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
I will do that, Takikoma. Okay, last time we were here, something explodinated. So we found Reback. That sounds pretty much like a harmonica. Is that the harmonica from Feldspar, who shouldn't be there? There we go. Anything here? What? And somebody is on the sun. Okay. I need to find trees. I know there are trees here somewhere from our last visit. Which, of course, I have no idea where they are. Hi, Timber. Oi! That also works. Okay, and then we're back here. So there is actually nothing else. Oh, wait. That ruin where we just were. Let's see if we can get down there somewhere. Here, this one. Let's see what we have here. I was upstairs testing the eye signal locator, and it can hear and follow the signals from the sun, giant, steep, and brittle hollow. However, something strange is happening when I ask the eye signal locator to follow the eye signal. The device indicator rotates wildly and never points to just one direction. I see I must likely calibrated the locator incorrectly. Privet, my apprentice, and I will make adjustments and try again. Curious result. It's possible the eye has stopped calling out its signal. An update. Disappointingly, everything is correctly calibrated after all. It saddens me to posit this, my friends, but I believe this locator cannot detect the eye's signal. We would need to build a more sensitive device if we want to locate the eye of the universe. Then we will build it. Don't lose hope. Our search for the eye is what brought our clan to this place. We won't give up easily. Aha. Good. Hey, Sini. Thank you for the streak. Appreciate it. Okay. Okay, wow. I've seen this ruin in other travelers' pictures, but seeing it for myself, it's really old, isn't it? Oh wow, this is the coolest day of my life. Okay, time for some official notes. This is some kind of normal locator. It can point out the different planets, which is incredibly cool, by the way. But from what little I can understand of the writing here, I think it was built to try and find something specific. I'm not sure. I was also able to translate something out of the South Pole of Brittle Hollow, so I'll fly there to see if I can learn more. Just gotta get back in the old ship and take off. Totally safe, mostly safe, our stars above. So I suppose it's not that safe. I picked up the scroll. Insert scroll. Where should this new, more sophisticated locator be built? It may need to be larger than this eye signal locator is. Anona and those of us originally stranded on Ember Twin built a quantum moon locator there, but the heat of the sun made its construction challenging. Wouldn't recommend building on that planet. The southern glacier on the Brittle Hollow has ample available space. You could construct a new building to house his proposed locator. Yeah, let's build there. I imagine our young friend Konoy would enjoy that immensely. He's always held a great interest in the eye, especially for a child born so long after the crash. What crash? I will begin construction on Brittle Hollow's south pole immediately then. Okay, oxygen refilled. I suppose we're done here on the Edelrock then, given how often they mention now Brittle Hollow. Ok. I do not plan to land on the sun at all. To be quite frank. A Nomai device created to pinpoint the sources of distant signals. The Nomai were disappointed by their failure to detect a signal from something called the Eye of the Universe. SK's signal scope log reports harmonica music coming from somewhere on Timber Herb. They claim it sounds just like Feldspar's harmonica, but Feldspar disappeared in space ages ago. Yeah, but we heard. We heard that. What does that... Ah, okay. If we haven't read the info on it, then it still has this exclamation mark next to it. I see. Rebecca set out camp in the bottom of Crossroads. Their excitement at being surrounded by so much normal history is matched only by their terror of the black hole. Yeah, the black hole is no fun, I can say. We've been there. One crop of trees at their camp. Seem to be doing okay, but they're probably alone on the moon for too long. A lookout platform with a spectacular view of the solar system. SK uses their signal scope there to keep tabs on the other travelers. Yeah, we did so as well. Norma decided to build a larger, more sophisticated eye signal locator on Brittle Hollow's south pole. Rebecca says you can't get into the observatory from the surface. They tried, but there's probably a path beneath the crust somewhere. Yeah, that's what he actually said. That's true. I remember that. Before we fell into the black hole. Nomai noticed a strange rock shard that appeared to wander when no one was watching. This tower, located on Brittle Hollow's equator, held useful knowledge for Nomai embarking on their first pilgrimage to the Quantum Moon. Okay, I think we are updated. What the hell are you? There's a huge Nomai city just to the north of Rebeck's campsite. Okay. Well, to Brittle Hollow it is. Oh no, wait, we need to repair first. Because we might be in for a crash landing again. Have some fun? I will. How about you? Alright, let's see. Okay. How is that still kaput? Okay, perfect. That is a somewhat bigger ship. I'm here. I did it. I put the ship down safely. In that the ship went down and I didn't sustain bodily harm. A few minor repairs and it's like the ship never even hit those rocks. One of my better attempts, Felspar would barely have laughed at me, I bet. That's the good news. The bad news, I haven't found a way inside the structure yet. The door is broken, and I know I'm not great at exploring, but I think I would have found a different entrance by now if there were one. Probably. I can't get inside from here, but I know there are paths below the surface, and I'm going to head north to the ruins on the equator and try to find a way down. He's correct. The door is locked. Okay, so to the other pole. That's a tree, but I suppose it doesn't count because it's a dead tree? There we go. That's better. At least we have a lot of oxygen now. Ooh. What's that? Okay, that's a camp. The journey here from the South Pole has been, I'm going to go with harrowing because of all the meteors. But hey, at least I made it here unconcussed and not on fire. Okay, let's see. I poked around a little and there is some sort of old nomai path that starts across from my campsite, inside the ruined building with the trees growing out of it. Doesn't look like anything horrible, just stairs leading down. I can handle stairs. After I get my supplies together, I follow the path and see where it leads. And they do love their marshmallows. Ghost matter detected nearby. Let me guess, and that is where we need to go down? Or not? Wait, where did you say the steps were? Starts across from my campsite inside the ruined building with the trees growing out of it. Okay. Trees growing out of it, so here. there. Oh, come on. No, 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 no. We're not doing this nonsense. Oh, I hate this. Gravity cannon. Well, that was deeply unpleasant. I made it this far though. Guess that's the part to focus on and not how I eventually get back up that path. Oh wow, this place sure is something. Looks like the Hanging City is north from here. And east is Gravity Cannon. I definitely want to see that. Another thing, I'm detecting oxygen from somewhere below, which is good since I used up a lot of my supply screaming during the trip down from the surface. As soon as I stop dry heaving, I'm going to head farther down below so I can refill my tank. This is disgusting, just pointing it out there. The Hanging City, yes. I want to go into the Hanging City. That is probably a really bad idea, but I still want to go. And they don't want us to go, I suppose. Great! The question is this now happening every time we go there? Or are these just random events? Oh, I suppose DJ and Konomi and Hakutsuri and all of them know too. Why can't I use the mouse wheel for zooming? That would be so much easier. That's true, Siuni. But to be fair, everything here is kinda rude. Nah, I'm not going to blow up the... I'm not going to blow up the planet. No, I'm trying to figure out a way into this hanging city without being teleported back all the time. Hack the planet? This is not cyberpunk. Oh, you can die also. Oh, good. Am I starting again on that starting planet? Oh, of course. Yeah. Yada. Wow. Okay, autopilot is directed... What now? Chip, what now? Okay, I guess we're parked. Everything repaired? Fantastic. Okay, let's try again. Shuttle is currently resting at the quantum moon. What shuttle? Call the shuttle home. Activate the gravity cannon. Trees detected. Oxygen refilled. That's nice. Can I heal somewhere? I am here after watching it wander the skies for so long. I'm about to stand for the first time on the quantum moon. Oh great, my ship is somewhere else. Can I get that? Yo! Stop it! Well, apparently that's not ready for me yet, I suppose. Southern Observatory. Not again. Okay, I don't want to go back to that planet anymore. Groundhog Day! Yay! Hi, Miku-chan. Hello. Just got your immediate death. You're welcome. One of many. Wait, read that stuff. Gravity cannon, a huge cylindrical structure that generates a strong upward gravity field. I recall to know my shuttle from the quantum moon. There's more to explore here. Yeah, but it doesn't want me to. We figured that out now. Couple of times. Okay, I give you one last try. Planet. One last try. Oh, wait, haven't we been here? Yay! Stop that. Beneath your feet lies the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. If you're preparing to make your first pilgrimage for Quantum Moon, descend to the steps at the entrance below. Knowledge within a journey. I think we've been here before, right? Somehow that sounds familiar. Oh yeah. Slow me down here a bit. Jeez. You see, and if I want to go to the other side... Oh, fuck. Flying monkeys. And now we're dead. Ugh. Oh. Alright. Different planet it is.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
I will do that. Mm-hmm.
Correct your posture.
I will not do that right now. Because I just did. Okay, let's see what's going on over there. Wait, that's the planet? Goodness. At least no damage from landing. That's true. Small victory. Pick up the scroll. Put the scroll there. This is it. We finished building the final orbital probe cannon module and are ready to send it to orbit around giant Sleeper Assemble. Our next step will be to send Privet up to the orbital probe cannon to install the probe tracking system. To all my friends here at the construction yard, my gratitude for your tireless work. I had given up hope, but I truly believe this cannon may actually succeed where many other attempts have not. Are you going gelatinous on us, love? I'm delighted by your words, but they are atypical for you. What? Who are you talking about? If I'm ever half as gooey as Mellow and Avens before together does, you may launch me from the orbital probe cannon. What? If I know my brother, Avens, and the spouse will want to launch the probe with as much power as possible, I'm worried the cannon could break under the strain. I propose we give Avens and Mellow a slightly lower maximum power setting than the absolute maximum possible to create room for their enthusiasm. Everybody is always dead here. That's not very reassuring, you know? Yo, hey! Huh? Awesome! Okay, so pick up brittle hollow projection stone. And where would I want to put that? I suppose not here. There has to be another thing where we put that. I suppose. No, is there a place where I can put this? Where I should put this? Apparently we're not taking it with us. Oh. Hold on. Oi! Oh, the flying monkeys! Okay, that is stupid. The more dangerous place. The thing is that whenever there is the slightest progress, the game is like, oh yeah, by the way, no. Not having that. Oi. Let me go there! Good God! Okay, let me up now. I said, let me up. This is not Subnautica? That's true. Subnautica was fun. With this one, I'm not so sure. To be honest. What now? What seems to be the problem now? Okay, what is so difficult? Let me just fly. Oh, you know what? I'm... You are kidding me, right? And now I can't even get up again. So my ship is 80 meters above. And I can't get up. I suppose I just die? Wait until the oxygen runs out? Yeah, I think this is a good time to stop. This... No, that's not for me. No, I'm sorry, Entropic, but... That's... no. The game doesn't like me? I don't know. I don't know. That's... this is definitely not for me. No. I gave it a good go, almost 3 hours. But we reached the end of the line for this one. I'm sorry. What do I find so hard? I'm not a huge fan of physics games. We tried Kerbal Space Program, and it ended up with people telling me, click this, do this, then you have to click here and go there, and then you have to calculate the square root of 3827. And then, boom, you're there. And so, yeah, no. No, if a game, and then this always coming back to the same planet, and no. Yeah, exactly, Konomi. I'm not saying it's a bad game, and I'm fairly certain that when you global you, when you have the physics, when you are interested in physics and all of that, then I'm fairly certain that you have a ton of fun with this one. But struggling to get to where I want to go, and that being pushed around, and then having to start in the same space over and over and over and over and over again, like Groundhog Day. I don't have the patience for that. That's just my thing. I don't have the patience for that. But yeah, I gave it a try. Thank you for redeeming it, Entropic. But it comes to show that our interest in games is somewhat on the opposite scale of things. For now. Not gonna risk it again. Ow, don't say that. Don't say that. Alright. However, my dear Gremlins, let me have a look to where... shut up, woman. Oh, Konami, I don't have to take a look at some gameplay if that's a game that I'm not going to touch again. And I know that I'm not going to touch it again. So that would be a waste of time for me. Alrighty. Who do we have? Okay. Found a raid target. There we go. And there we go. All right, my dear Gremlins. Kiitos, Grim Rider. Kiitos. I am going to be back tomorrow morning. It was fun. No, it wasn't. Don't lie. I'm going to be back tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. CET. We are going to Jessica. So early. Yeah, I'm done with this. Tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. CET for some breakfast in Azeroth. And if you're not there for that, then at 3 p.m. CET, and we're starting a new game tomorrow. Yeah, be surprised. I wish you a wonderful rest of your Sunday. Happy International Women's Day. Even nice to pay that. And I hope I see you tomorrow. Thank you for being here. Thank you for spending some of your time. And I hope I see you then. Up until then, I'm shutting up now. Bye.